Israeli strikes were reported across several towns in southern Lebanon, according to Lebanon's state-run national news agency. Airstrikes hit Deir Kifa in the Bint Jbeil district and Seddiqine in the Tyre district, while a drone strike targeting a motorcycle in Haras injured several people. Israeli warplanes also carried out 2 consecutive strikes on Dbayn in the Marjayoun district. Residents in Tyre and nearby areas reported Israeli aircraft flying at low altitude and conducting mock raids. Lebanon's Health Ministry says the death toll from Israel's military campaign has risen to 3,412. With 10,269 people wounded between March 2 and May 31. Lebanese Parliament Speaker Nabi Berri said he could guarantee a full, comprehensive and immediate commitment to a ceasefire by Hezbollah, but questioned who would compel Israel to halt what he described as aggression by land, sea and air, as well as the demolition of villages and homes. French President Emmanuel Macron said nothing justifies the major escalation in southern Lebanon and stressed the need for a quick agreement between the United States and Iran. Macron said France would continue supporting Lebanese authorities in efforts to restore state sovereignty and territorial integrity, adding that regional stability must begin with Lebanon and that all weapons should fall silent permanently. He also called for the immediate reopening of the Strait of Hormuz and said France was ready to help restore maritime traffic through a multinational mission established with the United Kingdom. Qatar condemned Israel's continued attacks on Lebanon and the expansion of its ground offensive, calling it a serious escalation and a violation of international law. Jordan also condemned the continuation of Israeli military actions in Lebanon, urging the international community to take a firm position and compel Israel to stop its violations. The Jordanian Foreign Ministry reiterated support for the Lebanese government's efforts to impose sovereignty across its territory. Egypt condemned the Israeli military escalation in Lebanon in what it called the strongest terms and urged the UN Security Council and international actors to act urgently and decisively to stop the aggression. Oil prices rose by more than 2% after Israel ordered troops to move further into Lebanon despite a ceasefire announced more than 6 weeks ago. U.S. crude futures rose 2.71% to $89.73 a barrel, while Brent crude futures gained 2.37% to $93.28 a barrel. Meanwhile, the United States has proposed a roadmap aimed at de-escalating hostilities. A U.S. official said Secretary of State Marco Rubio held separate talks with Lebanese President Joseph Aoun and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Under the proposal, Hezbollah would halt attacks on Israel in exchange for Israel refraining from further escalation in Beirut, with the goal of achieving a gradual de-escalation and a comprehensive cessation of hostilities. The UN Security Council is set to hold an emergency meeting on Monday following Israel's expansion of its offensive in Lebanon and the reported capture of the medieval Beaufort Castle. The meeting was requested by France and will take place after a separate emergency session concerning the crash of a Russian drone into a residential building in Romania.